I think the Sense Awards is brilliant. Last year I was nominated for Best Campaigner. I didn't even know how to feel, to be honest. I just felt, why me?
So why do you think you were picked as a winner?
Because they like me.
I got nominated for a Sense Award because of the fundraising I did. I was recognised enough for someone to nominate me. Felt good.
Winning an award makes you feel wanted and feel important.
It helps build your confidence a bit.
I think it's great to make everyone feel a part of something and knowing that what they're doing is important and just amazing.
Welcome to the Sense Awards 2022. I'm Richard Kramer, Chief Executive of Sense and Sense International. The Sense Awards celebrate the achievement of people with complex disabilities, as well as the individuals and organisations who are helping to create a more inclusive world for disabled people. No one with complex disabilities should be isolated, left out, or unable to fulfil their potential. Together we can break down barriers.
We all face barriers.
The things what get in the way of us becoming everything that we can be.
Physical barriers.
Communication barriers.
Barriers of discrimination, of misunderstanding.
But barriers can unite us too.
Because we all want to break them down, whether disabled or not.
And we believe we can.
Sense is calling on the people of the West Midlands to come together as one.
To break through every barrier side by side.
Because we believe no one should be left out. No one should be unable to fulfil their potential.
To break free. Break moves. Break a personal best. Break the laws of physics. Break a sweat. Break the sound barrier. Break down doors. Break into laughter. A smile. Break the barrier. Sense. No one left out of life.
I'd like to thank everyone who took the time to make a nomination. We've been overwhelmed by incredible stories, and today's awards can only recognise some of the wonderful achievements taking place. I'd like to thank our media partner, Able Magazine, the Disability Lifestyle magazine. Thank you also to our judges who had the challenge of reviewing all the nominations and picking our winners. This year, our judging panel consisted of journalist Liam O'Dell, last year's Influence of the Year Shelby Lynch, BBC broadcaster Mark Lane, and blogger Georgia Vine, all disabled stars in their field. Thank you. Throughout the ceremony, we want to hear from you. You can tweet using the hashtag #SenseAwards to tell us how you're enjoying it and your heroes. Now, without further ado, here's the shortlist for our first award. Young Person of the Year Award recognises an individual under the age of 25 who has had an incredible 12 months and has been particularly creative, overcame adversity, or made a positive impact in their community. The nominees for Young Person of the Year are
George Cook. George is 19 years old and from Birmingham. George is deaf and has Charge syndrome. When George isn't at Sense Touch-Based Pairs, he can be found supporting our campaigns and being a teacher for Sense Sign School. George has made the most out of everything Sense has to offer and has gone above and beyond by giving back his time and support. Sam Cowell. Sam is 17 years old and has dual sensory impairment and autism. Despite the challenges with the changes to his routine during the pandemic, Sam discovered a new interest in music. He used his passion to play the drums in the end-of-school concert, overcoming his nervousness around performing. Sam then had a goal of attending a music festival, despite the sensory and physical challenges this world posed for him. He showed maturity and initiative by organising his first music festival visit. Sam danced up a storm while embracing a new and exciting life experience and displaying a can-do attitude. Ruby Dearden. Ruby is a cochlear implant user with severe sight loss and currently studying her A-levels. She recently completed her Silver Duke of Edinburgh Award and took part in a school ski trip despite not being able to see and hear the instructor well. Ruby also won an award at school for services to the community and recently joined the student leadership team in her sixth form. After completing her A-levels, Ruby is planning an interrailing trip. She always shows determination, a positive attitude, and supports the people around her. Shaheen Sultan. Shaheen is an enthusiastic and positive 24-year-old who has a learning disability. Shaheen has grown in confidence from nervously meeting his first buddy to now regularly joining in and volunteering at events. Shaheen has been proactive in creating opportunities for himself and encouraging others on the buddying program to get involved with volunteering. He has provided the Sense Policy team with useful insight and helped design the craft activities at Thrive Festival 2022. Shaheen has flourished thanks to his positive attitude and willingness to contribute.
And the winner of Young Person of the Year is Shaheen Sultan. Let's hear from Shaheen.
We got told that out of many nominations, many people that were voted for, that you were shortlisted. But we then found out, not long ago, that you've actually won the award. You won the award. Do you want to have a look and see what's in this box?
That's from tissue people.
It's got your name on it. This is yours. That's your award.
I won.
You won. You won.
Thank you. I want to say thank you, all the staff called Frida, Camilla, Neve, and Jane nominate me. And thank you all the support they gave me.
The Person of the Year award recognises an individual who has had an exceptional 12 months. They may have overcome a huge barrier or reached a personal goal. The nominees for this year's Person of the Year are
Max Fisher. Max is a genderqueer, deafblind scientist and drag king who uses their disability to give them an edge. Their performance as a drag king integrates elements of their disability, using canes and BSL to make their performances educational, inclusive, and even more entertaining for the audience. Max uses their voice to make the case for a more inclusive society. They use their YouTube channel as an educational tool, reaching thousands of people with their videos on chronic illness and disability. Warren Newman. Warren has been volunteering for Sense since 2017. He has Charge syndrome and is deaf with a visual impairment. Warren attends the BSL Cafe sessions at Sense Touch-Based Pairs and supports the BSL tutor as well as greeting and registering visitors. This year, Warren has also taken part in BSL signed story events. Warren encourages adults and children to take part and enjoys being a role model to other deaf and disabled people. Norma Pearson. Norma is registered blind and has a hearing impairment and has been attending the Sense Active telephone Pilates and yoga classes since 2021. In January of this year, she swapped roles and started to lead her own classes using a passion for community arts, a telephone class for Sense that offers something completely different. Norma's sessions are drawing new participants every week, and the feedback has been overwhelmingly positive, with everyone finding it a brilliant source of enjoyment.
And the winner of Person of the Year is Max Fisher. Let's hear from Max.
Hi everyone, thank you so much for naming me Person of the Year in the Sense Awards 2022. This has been a very exciting and interesting year, and I'm just so proud to be here. If you had told me, I don't know, any amount of months ago, but if you'd have told me a year ago that this is where I would be, I don't think I would believe you. I don't like to use the phrase overcome, but I overcame a lot to get to where I am now, and I never thought for a moment that I would be a disabled scientist, let alone a deafblind and disabled scientist, and good at it. So thank you very much, and this is going to go pride of place in my house. Thank you so much.
Sense's work would not be possible without the support of our fundraisers. The Fundraiser of the Year award celebrates an individual or group who has gone out of their way to support Sense. The nominees are
Rosie Fitzsimmons. Rosie is a young woman with Down syndrome who is an enthusiastic supporter of Sense fundraising events in the Sheffield area with the help of her friend Shona. Rosie has completed a sponsored walk with her friends which raised over £1,000, taken part in bucket collections and supported her local store's sensational tea party which raised over £800. Rosie volunteers up to 3 days a week at the Hillsborough Sense store, where she eagerly discusses the fundraising events she is planning next. Seth Walsh. Seth is 9 years old and his younger brother Milo has complex disabilities and went on a Sense holiday last year. Seth was inspired to take on the challenge so other children like Milo could go on a Sense holiday. After finding out he was too young to run a 10k race, he instead set himself a challenge to run 5 kilometres 20 times in 2022, running a total of 100 kilometres. He has raised over £2,500 so far. Ian Lewis. Ian Lewis raised over £3,000 for Sense by walking the entire 630-mile length of the Southwest Coastal Path in June. Ian's daughter Daisy has complex needs and enjoyed going on fun-filled holidays as a child with Sense. Ian therefore took on this challenge to thank Sense for their support of his family. The Southwest Coastal Path is England's longest waymarked footpath and is the equivalent of hiking Mount Everest 4 times over.
And the winner of Fundraiser of the Year is Seth Walsh. Let's hear from Seth.
Seth, you've done a fantastic job for Sense this year, and I'm proud to give you the Fundraiser of the Year award for 2022.
Thank you everyone for this award, and I'm really happy that I've got it. Thank you everyone who supported me through the way.
Make room for cake. This summer, get together to fill up on sweet treats, tea and laughter. Host a sensational tea party and raise money for an amazing cause. What better excuse is there for gathering your friends, family and community together to enjoy a refreshing cuppa and some gooey slabs of brownie? Go on, grab a slice of the action. Sign up today at sense.org.uk/tea-party. Sense. No one left out of life.
The Community Partner of the Year award recognises a local business or organisation that has dedicated its time, resource and skills to improve the lives of people with complex disabilities within their community. The nominees are
James Kennedy of Arts Forum Selly Oak, James has been a real advocate for the work we do at Sense Touch-Based Pairs and has put a lot of effort into ensuring many community groups were connected to us and the opportunities the charity offers. James worked with the Sense Arts team on an application to the Creative Cities grant as part of the Birmingham Commonwealth Games 2022 festival, which led to the project Haptic Homes Selly Oak. James's approach and clear communication impressed the funders and has led to further funding for future projects. Pivotal Fitness. Pivotal Health and Wellbeing have been working with Sense Active for 4 years. They have delivered 92 sessions for Sense since January 2022 and have had an overall attendance figure of almost 1,500 people in that time. Pivotal currently deliver drumming to music, both online and in person, as well as Zumba. Severn Trent. Together, Sense and Severn Trent have delivered immense value to people living with complex disabilities. With Sense, Severn Trent Academy enhance the employment and training offers for disabled people and actively work to remove barriers which prevent disabled people navigating and remaining in the world of work. Severn Trent Academy and Community Fund have donated £75,000 to Sense for our employment services and our sensory studio in Sense Touch-Based Pairs.
And the winner of Community Partner of the Year is Severn Trent.
Hi, I'm Hayley. Hi, I'm Lauren, and we're really flattered to be nominated and to win the Sense Community Partner Award. It's been absolutely wonderful working with Sense from day one and being able to support where we can with our employability training, with the jobs fair and the community fund. And we just can't wait to continue our partnership and work more closely together. Thank you to everyone at Sense.
Siblings play such an important part in each other's lives, and for the Young Sibling of the Year award, we recognise siblings who have done something amazing to support their family. Maybe they've created social or learning opportunities for their brother or sister, or have shown exceptional understanding for their age. The nominees are
Ivy Stedman. 8-year-old Ivy, who has a brother and sister with disabilities, is a fierce advocate for siblings and young carers. Following a Zoom session with the Sense Sibling and Young Carers group, where she was able to learn a little bit about the world of politics, Ivy wrote a letter to her MP, Johnny Mercer. She shared her experiences with him about what it is like to be a young carer and how she finds it so hard to get support. Ivy has now received a referral to be assessed in school for additional support, something the family have been waiting 2 years for. Ivy's story has also been raised at council level to look at how they can better support young carers across their constituency. Scott Neal. 15-year-old Scott looks after his sister Poppy, who was born prematurely and unwell. Poppy was also recently diagnosed with suspected spinal bifida and has bladder damage, which requires her to be catheterised every few hours. Scott, who is currently studying for his GCSEs, has been by Poppy's side every step, holding her hand during her catheterisation, as well as supporting his mum. Cameron Yates. 13-year-old Cameron supports his mother to look after younger brother Carson, who is autistic, as well as helping at home. Cameron also gives time to care for his grandmother by doing jobs for her and chatting to her on the phone so she isn't lonely.
The winner of Young Sibling of the Year is Ivy Stedman. Let's hear from Ivy.
Ivy, I'm so happy to tell you that you have won Young Sibling of the Year award. And you've had this award here. Oh. Have a look. Oh, whoa! You can take it out if you like, Ivy. You ready?
Yeah.
Woo!
So, Ivy, how do you feel having won Young Sibling of the Year award?
Really proud and happy.
Oh, well done, Ivy. We're so proud of you too. Congratulations.
In the UK, there are around 6.5 million unpaid carers. The Family Carer of the Year award is so important because it recognises the very best of human nature, the importance of caring. Carers are holding families together, enabling loved ones to get the most out of life, making enormous contribution to society and saving the economy billions of pounds. The nominees for Family Carer of the Year are
Michael Hyland. Michael has devoted his life to caring for his 11-year-old daughter, Sophie, who has cerebral palsy. She is non-verbal and requires 24-hour personal care. Michael fundraised and organised stem cell treatment to improve Sophie's quality of life. Sophie attends a mainstream school, and Michael goes the extra mile to ensure his daughter experiences everything that other kids do as far as is possible. Phil Emberson. Phil is a father to Arlo, who has Charge syndrome. Arlo attends dance sessions for people supported by SENSE, and Phil joins in the sessions supporting Arlo to take part and have fun. Over the past year, Phil has enthusiastically recommended song choices with Arlo and enables his son to be able to dance on his own and really develop in confidence and ability. In addition to this, Phil has been a passionate advocate and has shared his lived experience as a carer to help raise awareness of fathers caring for a disabled child. Gillian Marin. Gillian cares for a number of family members, including her husband of 50 years, Robert, who has diabetes, Alzheimer's, dementia, and is deaf since birth, as well as supporting 2 of her sons who have moderate learning disabilities. Alongside this, Gillian supports her niece who is undergoing brain surgery. Gillian has been a nurse for 48 years and works part-time in the GP surgery. Romano Williams. 10-year-old Romano has been caring for his mum since he was 7. He was recently diagnosed with autism spectrum condition. He helps his little sister, Ebony, who is also autistic and has ADHD. Romano has become an individual disposition leader at school, which includes things like making comics and showing his classmates how to do similar.
And the winner of Family Carer of the Year is Gillian Marin.
I just want to say a big thank you to Alex particularly for nominating me and to SENSE for giving me this award. At the end of the day, all I can say is all I do as a mum and a wife and a nurse and an auntie and whoever it is that needs me, I just try and do my best. And that's all anybody can do.
The individuals shortlisted for Campaigner of the Year have championed the rights of people living with complex disabilities at a local or national level. This year, SENSE has been campaigning for more financial support for disabled people during the cost of living crisis. Before we introduce you to our nominees for Campaigner of the Year, I'd like to present a short film about the campaign.
Because Rosie's a non-mobile child, she cannot self-regulate her temperature. It's up to me to monitor and adjust accordingly. If it's too hot, then we have to try and cool her down, and obviously now we're coming into winter, to put the heating on and maybe put more slippers on her, a blanket to make sure that she's not cold. The heating goes on with Rosie about 6 o'clock in the morning. I get her up at 7 so the house is warm. She leaves for college about 9 o'clock and the heating goes off then. It doesn't come back on till 4 o'clock in the afternoon, 20 minutes before she comes home. I go to my sister's, her house is warm. So I just go and spend the day there. There's no point sitting here in a cold house. I've got to try and save as much electricity as I can so that I can have it on for Rosie on an evening and at weekends. Rosie and I have a fantastic bond. She's a very social young lady. We love being out and about, walks, beach. I even took her into the sea this year with a beach wheelchair. She's my absolute world. Yeah, my absolute world. She's an absolute delight, and it's a great privilege and an honour to be, I suppose, that responsible for her and giving her the best life. We've always been very careful with the cost of living, but now the heating has doubled. I don't know how I'm going to cope this winter. Well, it impacts massively because as Rosie's carer, I want her to have the best life. She's an end-of-life young lady, so every day is a bonus, and I want to make that count, and I want her to have the best life and not for me to worry about if we can heat the house or not. We need to be making memories here.
Families like Yvette's need more support. Act now. sens.org.uk/cost of living.
And now, the nominees for Campaigner of the Year are
The Butler Castanheira family. Keith Butler and his partner Helen Castanheira live in Redditch and are full-time carers for their 21-year-old son Geordie. They have been a huge voice in Sense's cost of living campaign, calling for the government to do more to support families in their situation through blogs, films and speaking to the media on countless occasions. Their voices have been key in driving public awareness about the desperate financial situation many disabled households find themselves in. British Deaf Association, BDA. The British Deaf Association led the BSL Act Now campaign, which brought about the passing of the BSL Bill into UK law, recognising BSL as an official language. On the 28th of June this year, the British Sign Language BSL Bill became part of UK law. The bill will, amongst other things, see BSL recognised as an official language. This would not have been possible without the tireless campaigning from the British Deaf Association and everyone else involved in the BSL Act Now campaign. Lisette Orton. Lisette Orton is a disabled writer, activist, poet, novelist, spoken word artist, actor, film and theatre maker, and creative practitioner. Her debut book, The Secret of Haven Point, was published with Puffin Books. As a disabled person herself, Lisette was dismayed at the lack of disabled characters in books, and so she wrote her own. Books like Lisette's will inspire so many disabled people, as well as showing that they can have the same kind of experiences as non-disabled people. Martin Lewis. Campaigner, journalist and broadcaster. This year, Martin Lewis has made it his mission to campaign and provide advice to people on the cost of living crisis, including highlighting its impact on disabled people.
And the winner of Campaigner of the Year is the British Deaf Association.
Thank you so much. It's a really big honour. A big thank you to Sense for recognising BSL and working and campaigning for the BSL Act. Also, a really big thank you to our chair, David Buxton, who worked tirelessly with a big team to support us. So really, thank you for recognising the importance of this campaign, which means our language, BSL, is finally recognised as a legal language now. We're really proud, so thank you everybody again. Thank you.
Our volunteers are incredibly important to us at Sense, and we want to recognise those who've shown tremendous commitment and dedication, from our shop volunteers raising vital income for the charity's work, to the volunteers on our Sense holidays, delivering incredible experiences to children and adults with disabilities. The nominees for Volunteer of the Year are
Sue McKevitt. Sue goes above and beyond with her volunteering at the Oswestry Sense store, having been with the shop since its opening. She brings her support and knowledge from customer service roles and has helped the shop become a huge success in Oswestry. Despite cancer, Sue stays positive and active. Her fellow volunteers and staff say a smile is printed on her face and they are inspired by working with Sue. Sophie Neville. Sophie has volunteered with Sense's Community Buddying Project for over 3 years, giving up between 2 and 4 weekends per month to spend time with her young buddy. Sophie enabled her buddy to join her very first group session and managed her very excitable behaviour with kindness and patience. Sophie's consistent presence in this young person's life has made a huge difference to her buddy. Dr. Grace Orira Banjo. Grace has been volunteering at the Woolworths Road Sense shop for several years now. Although Grace has a regular job as a lecturer at the local university, she still comes to the shop 4 times a week. She has always been supportive of all of Sense's campaigns and is a much valued member of the team.
And the winner of Volunteer of the Year is Sue McKevitt.
Well, I tell you what, I mean, we actually set up the day for you in here, right? What we wanted to share with you is our full appreciation. Okay, so actually, we tricked you to be here today. And the reason why you're here is because you've been awarded Volunteer of the Year at Sense.
This award recognises a business or organisation that has dedicated its time, resources and skills to improve the lives of people with complex disabilities. The nominees for Partner of the Year are
Dual Works. Dual Works have collaborated with Sense on numerous design projects over the last couple of years. Most recently, they have worked with Sense on producing bespoke and innovative storage and furniture solutions for the new Birmingham Children's Studio, as well as our Loughborough hub. Their creative process ensures accessibility is at the heart of how they approach design, making sure those who need to be consulted can interpret the designs in a way that is meaningful for them. NatSen. This social research organisation have worked with Sense on a groundbreaking piece of research which for the first time tells us the scale of complex disabilities in the UK. It also provides valuable insight on demographics, projections and geographical differences. The research they've delivered is already having significant impact. It's forming the basis of media and campaign work, policy and public affairs influencing, fundraising and service design and delivery. Snowzone. Snowzone is the UK's leading snow centre for indoor skiing and snowboarding on real snow. The company wholeheartedly engaged with Sense during the COVID-19 pandemic, and the partnership continues to go from strength to strength. Snowzone remains committed to being inclusive and disability aware, and have invested in new and additional equipment and training.
And the winner of Partner of the Year is Snowzone.
Snowzone are incredibly honoured to be awarded Sense Partner of the Year. Our relationship with Sense has cemented our commitment to sport for all and we're delighted to promote Sense as a charity that truly changes lives. We look forward to continuing our relationship with Sense and appreciate the recognition. Thank you.
Our next category celebrates influencers who are using social media to raise awareness about disability and promote inclusion across society through their large audiences. The nominees for Influencer of the Year are
Alice Ella. Alice has been raising awareness for chronic illnesses with her Instagram content, which includes informative reels and stories, collaborating with other disabled influencers and appearing in the press. Alice has been living with ME for a total of 19 years. She suffers debilitating fatigue daily, and as her disability is invisible, she regularly comes across ableist attitudes. Alice is a strong advocate for ambulatory wheelchair users and those with invisible illnesses, and has worked with the Transport for London on the Please Offer Me a Seat campaign. Disabled Eliza. Disabled Eliza posts content on social media to educate people on the issues disabled people face with joy and passion. Their content encapsulates what life is like for young disabled people today. Eliza has racked up billions of views for their content across TikTok, Instagram and Twitter, spreading a message of disability rights. Lauren Gilbert. Lauren Gilbert, also known as Neurodiversity with Loza, spreads awareness about issues that the disability community faces through easy-to-read, accessible posts. Lauren's work is used by mental health nurses to educate about autism in the workplace, and they have cultivated an accepting and validating online community where other disabled people can feel welcomed and discuss their experience safely. Lauren shares her personal experiences honestly and openly, and spoke about them at the Manchester Autism Show 2022. On top of this, they are disability officer at the Student Union, where they fight for the rights and access needs of their fellow students. Toby Addison. Toby runs a popular TikTok account called Blind Tobes, where he makes videos exploring life as a blind man. Toby does a lot to educate his followers on the realities of blindness and how he navigates everyday life. His videos are both fun and informative. Toby is proud of his blindness and shares his enthusiasm for being a member of the blind football team on his channel.
And the winner of Influence of the Year is Lauren Gilbert, also known as Neurodiversity with Loza.
I'm so honoured to have been not only nominated for a Sense Award but also to actually win one as well. I never thought that any of the work that I would do around autism and disability would actually go anywhere. I just thought that I could maybe help people if I shared my experiences, so I just feel so incredibly lucky and grateful, and I'm just really, really thankful for the award, so thank you.
The next category is Celebrity of the Year, where we recognise trailblazing disabled celebrities who are making a household name for themselves and advocating for disabled people everywhere. The nominees for Celebrity of the Year are
Liz Carr. Liz Carr is an actress, comedian and activist. She has been a disability activist for 25 years, which has included speaking in Parliament Square, handcuffing herself to buses to fight for accessible transport, and calling for the rights of disabled people in the pandemic. She has also appeared on Newsnight and previously presented the BBC podcast Ouch. Liz has faced the difficulties of having a career in TV as a disabled actress and received online abuse, but dealt with everything with humour. She recently won an Oliver Award for her performance in The Normal Heart, and has used her press appearance afterwards to call for disability rights. Liz also acted in the drama series Silent Witness, where she was part of a storyline on disability hate crime, raising important awareness on the topic. Ruth Madeley. Ruth is an actress and through her profession wants to tell untold stories, to be successful, disabled and visible. Over the years, Ruth has been part of some incredible TV shows, all playing a huge part in greater disability representation. Over the most recent years, she starred in Barbara Met Allen, the true story of two cabaret stars who fought for disabled civil rights, as well as making a documentary on abortion and disability. Ruth has made it her mission to put disability on UK TV agendas and changing what people think through the roles and stories she takes. Tasha Gorey. Tasha rose to fame as the first deaf contestant on Love Island. On the show and since leaving, she's been raising awareness of her disability, educating millions of viewers on deaf issues.
And the winner is... Ruth Madeley.
Hi Sense Charity, thank you so much for awarding me Celebrity of the Year. Honest, I'm so made up. Being part of the disabled community is one of the biggest joys of my life. I feel very lucky to be part of this community and to be voted for by incredible people like you, so this means a lot. Thank you so much. Lots of love.
Hello, I'm Tom Jameson. I'm the editor of Able magazine and a partner with this year's Sense Awards. It gives me great pleasure to tell you that the next award is for Journalist of the Year. This is an award that recognises outstanding contribution by a journalist or a media outlet or even a programme in terms of promoting positive change for disabled people. And the nominees are
Emily Brager, Daily Express. Emily has been the driving force behind the Daily Express's disability series, which this year has on a near-daily basis highlighted how the cost of living is affecting disabled people. Her stories get attention and spark debate, providing a platform for disabled people to share their experience. Dr. Frances Ryan. Dr. Frances is a brilliant columnist, journalist and author. Her writing challenges injustice and addresses the issue facing the disability community. Liam O'Dell. Award-winning journalist Liam regularly speaks up and writes about disability issues across UK media. He's a contributor to media, including The Limping Chicken, Independent and Indie 100. His writing and advocacy brings disability issues to the front of the UK news agenda. Alongside writing, Liam also produces content for his own YouTube channel and is a public speaker.
It gives me great pleasure to announce that the winner of this year's Sense Awards Journalist of the Year is Emily Brager of the Daily Express. Congratulations.
I am extremely honoured to be receiving the Journalism of the Year award, and I'm so very grateful for the recognition that I've received for my work on the End the Disability Bills Crisis campaign at the Express, a campaign that has just grown so close to my heart. This wouldn't have been possible without the amazing team at Sense, who are always there to answer my many questions. And to be honest, this wouldn't at all have been possible without the great case studies who I've interviewed and have opened up to me and very bravely allowed me to share their stories with the world. So I am so proud to hold up this award, and congratulations to any other winners today.
Parliamentarian of the Year. This award recognises the work of a parliamentarian in promoting positive change for disabled people. The nominees are
Mary Foy. Mary Foy has been a long-time champion for disabled children and their families. Recently, she sponsored an event for the Disabled Children's Partnership on the SEND Send Green Paper. The event featured groups of disabled people and parent carers sharing their experiences of navigating disabled children's services, their views on reform, and a policy briefing on the Send Green Paper. Baroness Tyler of Enfield. Baroness Tyler is being recognised for her work campaigning for disabled children. Over the past year, she has chaired the inquiry into the Children and Families Act, which has examined the SEND system. As part of the inquiry, she visited Sense Touchbase South East to talk to parents and Sense staff about the problems facing children with complex disabilities. Rosie Cooper. Rosie Cooper has spent years campaigning for the recognition of BSL. Thanks to her support and the Private Members Bill and the thousands of people campaigning, earlier this year BSL received formal recognition as a language.
I'm delighted to announce that a highly commended award goes to Rosie Cooper for her championing of the British Sign Language Act, and the overall winner is Baroness Tyler of Enfield. Our last award of the night is a special one, an award for the moment of the year. The winner of this special award is the Birmingham 2022 Commonwealth Games. The Birmingham 2022 Commonwealth Games delivered a unique festival of top-class sport, inspirational culture and innovative business, making a difference to the people of Birmingham, the region and the country. The Games delivered the most integrated para-sport programme in history. Sense was proud to be endorsed by United by Birmingham 2022, the Commonwealth Games community programme, recognising the impact of our work on local communities. The Birmingham 2022 Commonwealth Games touch millions of lives. Way beyond 11 days of sport, it will help young people and communities grow and succeed. Our former chairman of Sense, John Crabtree, was chairman of the Birmingham Organising Committee for the 2022 Commonwealth Games. He accepts the award.
And the camera person has suddenly presented me with this. So this is the moment of the year for the Commonwealth Games. Obviously it's not an award for me, it's an award for the 1,500 people and the 14,000 volunteers and the 1.5 million ticket holders who made this summer quite amazing. Bless you, you were wonderful as always. And I shall hand this over to the Games team. What's left of them, 55 of them left now, the first opportunity I get. All the very best to you, many thanks indeed.
That brings us to the end of the Sense Awards 2022. Thank you for watching and congratulations again to our winners and everyone who has been nominated. We'll see you again next year for the Sense Awards 2023.